Well, hello and welcome to TLP Headlines with a Voice. And today I'd just like to talk about one woman who has managed to keep herself very relevant, and that is none other than Hillary Clinton. There are some statements that I'd like to read to you, and I'm going to take you directly there. So she is quoted as saying that there's possibly a couple of folks, one in particular, that may be a little shocked that things are not ending as swiftly as they thought it would. Hillary Clinton says that she doesn't know how the crisis in Ukraine will end, but the person she believes is most shocked that there hasn't been swift military victory is Russian President Vladimir Putin himself. She goes on to say that it is so heartbreaking to me that Putin is acting out in his own insecurities, his own resentments and grievances against the people of Ukraine. She says, waging a war against a smaller state that is totally unprovoked. She continues with, it's really telling. It really tells us everything that we need to know about Putin, close quote. Clinton made the remarks during an interview with the Know Your Value founder and Morning Joe co-host Mika Brzezinski at the Forbes 3050 Summit on Tuesday. 3050, huh? Because I know there's an Agenda 30 and I know there's an Agenda 50. Anyway, let me go back. So, Mika Brzezinski at the Forbes 3050 Summit on Tuesday morning in Abu Dhabi. Shortly before the conversation, Clinton received the Forbes International Women's Day Lifetime Achievement Award. Isn't that awesome? She goes on to say, quote, I don't know how it will end, but I think the person that is most or who is most surprised that it's still going on is probably Vladimir Putin, added Clinton. She continues with the level of defense and determination that the Ukrainian people are showing, starting with their President Zelensky, going all the way down to grandmothers and young women taking up arms. It's tragic, but it's inspiring. I hope the world will stay with Ukraine while they are protecting their homeland. Now, this next portion really speaks volumes as to what she believes, and I think you may agree. She says Clinton has also said that she wants to see the country have greater access. This is Ukraine. She wants to see the country have greater access to defense weapons and called on Russia to agree to humanitarian corridors so that the Ukrainian people can get to safety. She calls Russia's recent proposal offering the corridors that will go through Russia itself, quote, unacceptable. It's been 13 days since the Russian invasion of Ukraine, a crisis that has resulted, according to the story, that has resulted in 1.7, I think they're trying to say 1.7. It's just 1.7. So I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm not going to add million. I'm not going to add thousand. I'm not going to do any of that. 1.7 people fleeing the country. The United Nations said on Monday that it recorded 406 civilian deaths since February the 24th, including the death of 27 children. Brzezinski noted that Ukrainian women have played a pivotal role from providing medical care to carrying children to safety to bearing arms and fighting. She asked Clinton what was driving the incredible resilience, and Clinton is quoted as saying, I think first of all, it is a shock. 2 weeks ago, these people, especially these women, they were taking care of their babies. They were planning their weddings. They were going to work. They were continuing their education. And because of a leader of a much larger country, on the border, decided that he wanted to stamp out their way of life, they're now fleeing for safety or standing up against that military force, closed quote. Brzezinski added, quote, the courage, the bravery, the determination, the resilience, and the heartbreak of the women of Ukraine is critical to our collective mission. Women are often the unspoken heroes at times like this, closed quote. In closing, Clinton stressed that it's important that the world continues to stand with Ukraine because, quote, this is not going to end quickly. She continues with, because the Ukrainians have taken a stand, it's going to drag on, and it's going to be incredibly brutal on the part of the Russians. I hope people will continue to pay attention to the news coverage and understand that the Ukrainians are really fighting for us all, close quote. For TLP Headlines with a Voice, this is Felicia Lockhart. Hey, Maureen. What a steaming pile, right? You guys take care. We'll see you again soon. Lockhart Perspective.